hard is it to, you guys had a great run and to finally get the game at home and then come on the show?
It's very hard. Knowing that we practice here every day. We weren't hitting shots, being that we practice every day. We used to rims. It's a tough pill to swallow being that this our court. You know, we should be making shots, but today just wasn't our day. So.
It just hurts for me because I'm saying the last game we wanted to go out and win on home court, and for our fans have been with us the whole year and they supported us through thick and thin, and we really wanted to win for them, and I wanted to go out with a win for everybody on our team. Everybody worked extremely hard through injuries, a lot of different things. Everybody battled personal issues, and somehow we were able to come together and make runs. So it just sucks that we came up short today.
It seems like when you guys would come back, you caught them at 40-40, and then they kind of had an answer for you guys every time. They go on another 6 or 8 runs, point spurt there.
We just had a lot of mental breakdowns defensively. I think that when we were able to come back a lot of times, but then we would make a mistake and they capitalized on any mistake we made defensively. And we weren't able to capitalize on their mistakes. We missed a lot of open shots that we usually knock down, and I guess that was the difference in the game for the most part.
They did a great job on the board. They kind of limited you guys to like one shot, usually one and done each time down.
Yeah, all of them were crashing the boards. It was definitely more difficult to rebound today than it has been in a while.
Scott, what do you take away from this tournament this season? Back in this one?
I don't know. Like you said, we had a good run at it. It's upsetting. That's 2 championships in a row, and it feels like when we couldn't win the first playoff game, and we got over that hump. Now it feels like we can't get over winning a championship hump, and we just I don't know. It feels like bad every time we play in the championship game.
For the seniors, I know that it didn't end the way you wanted, but was it fun while it lasted, kind of getting to know the tournament to play?
Yeah, it was very fun. Just to continue playing and further our career, you know, it was fun, and to be around these guys as long as possible, you know, it was fun. And you know, we didn't end it how we wanted to, but you know, I think we set a foundation. You know, these guys next year, they're going to continue to work hard. They're going to use this, hopefully use this, and then they'll be in the NCAA championship tournament and win championships.
It was definitely heartbreaking after the MAC tournament, but last year we lost and we were home. It was over. So getting a chance to play in another tournament, just play more games is always good. And I think everybody grew up a lot from that experience of losing the championship to get to where we are now. And it's just tough to lose, but I just like what I said, we've been here through thick and thin. I've been here since a long time ago. So it just feels. I know it's like looking at it as an overall from where I came from, as far as where we've been to now, seeing like all the records we've broken this year and all that. We were a part of that. So next year when they win and get more banners up, we were a part of that.
So Larry, do you feel a lot of pride in how far the program came during your time at Iona? 5 years.
Yeah, I'm big on winning and having things to show for what you did here, but I wasn't able to get a banner here was my goal. But I'm proud of myself and my teammates for how hard they've worked and all the time people put in and all the injuries people have been through. I've been through 3 coaches here at Iona, so I've seen a lot of things change and been through a lot of different teammates, and to get to where we are now and have the players I have around me that work hard, and like Scott, first team, Glove, first team, and Rod, like it's just, and the rest of them, it's just like you see the growth of the team, and it's like they're like my brothers. So like I've seen basically all these kids grow up in a sense. So it's just sad that I'm leaving them, and I gotta see them from far away now. But I'm gonna continue following them and be there for them whenever I can.
Scott, were there any particular challenges that Santa Clara threw at you on defense?
No, I thought the kid that they had on me was going to be guarding Mike, but he tried to put somebody bigger on me, and I don't know. I mean, I was just surprised. So.
Anything else for the guys?
Fast forward a couple of weeks, and can't shoot the way we shot the basketball and win, and we just don't have the horses to compete with them on the boards. Especially once we got down, we had to extend and go small, and then they just killed us on the offense, which we knew they were really good at. And it was going to take a huge effort from our guys, and we just didn't have it. Credit to them, they played very, very well. They do what they do well. And they got their guys good shots, and they just beat us up on the boards and outscored us 20-8 on second shots, and that's the difference in the game.
Every time you guys would make a run, it seems like they had the answer right away, and they would kill them.
We would just have that defensive breakdown. We'd make a run, almost exhale, and then have a defensive lapse, and they'd knock down a three or go fake a handoff and go in for a layup, and just little things that occurred that we should have defended better because we went over. We just didn't defend it well enough. And offensively, we had a tough night, especially a couple of our guards. And I think, between Scott and JJ, we're 5 for 22. So it's the same thing that happens against St. Peter's. It's tough to win when you're putting up those kind of numbers out of the shooting position, especially when we really have one interior scorer in Mike, and that's it. We didn't have Kyle Smythe to go to, and I said to someone during the game, I said, I think it's finally catching up with us that we don't have Kyle because other guys were a little bit cold. You didn't have that other shooter to go to.
Coach, at times it seemed like there wasn't a lot of ball movement on offense. Is that just the way the game was set up with the defense?
You know what? We got very stagnant. There's no excuse for that. We just were standing watching way too often. And again, I think when we're not thinking pass first, we get stagnant. And unfortunately, we weren't thinking pass first.
Do you think that what you guys have done this year, championship game, there, championship game here, changes does something to the expectations that move around this program?
That's what we talked about downstairs just now. I think that our bar has been raised for the expectations for future teams here, and what we expect to do has definitely been raised.
When you come here first year, is that as good good accomplishment as any? I'm
No,
sure.
I want to win.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really proud of our guys, and I think they've worked their tails off, but I didn't come here to lose.
Tim, when you take the last 3 weeks, tournament play, you probably not have participated in it after the CIT and the when you take these 3 weeks,
I think it's been great. I think it's given us a chance to play 4 more games together, develop our younger players. It definitely gave me a look at guys in, losing your done situations, so I could see who could step up in those situations and which players struggled. So it gave myself a better reference point going into the future, since it was my first year with these guys. And sometimes you don't know that until you play in those games. Now I can see a little bit of pattern with certain players, good and bad. So it's something that we have to address. And I'm just hoping the hunger within our players grows from getting so close twice, but not getting over that hump, that they have to realize there's still a lot more work, even more than what they have done, to take it to that next level. That's why there's only 4 teams, I guess, that will end up with wins this year. And you want to get there and be one of those teams, you got to keep on working.
Coach Sean Arman made a number of clutch shots today.
Sean's the only one who's really shooting the ball well. Rashon, Dwight, in fairness to him, who was shooting really well, got hurt and hasn't practiced since the game. And when Rod doesn't practice, he struggles. And a couple of layups, he just didn't have the lift on his leg, and they rolled out. The gutsy kid he is, he wanted to get back in there and keep playing. And I kind of felt I owed it to him to give him those opportunities and keep going back to him, because him and Alejo had gotten us there. And just wasn't meant to be tonight. But I'm really proud of the guys for doing what they've done. I mean, they had never won a playoff game. Okay, and they got the 2 championships, and I think we won 5 playoff games. Okay, in the last 4 years they hadn't won 1. So I think they've done a marvelous job and have a lot to be proud of, and I'm really proud of them.
Make you excited for the future?
I'm really excited about the future. I think we have a good nucleus returning, and I know we need to get better, and we're going after it hard, and we have high expectations for where we want to bring this program.
Scott was saying that he felt like it's like they got over the hump of winning the playoff game, and now it feels like they played poorly in the 2 champions league to a championship game. Is that something that you can? Is that just emotion now, you think, or is that something you're going to draw on?
I hope it's not emotion. I hope it's something that they feel and don't lose the feeling of. Okay, because I've been fortunate enough to coach teams who have had this feeling and come back the next year and won championships. Okay, and those teams that did it were the ones who remembered this and worked. The teams that didn't are the ones who forget it tomorrow and just go back to doing things their normal way. And that's going to be the challenge for our team and ourselves, is to kind of keep reminding them that we didn't, get to that final goal that we had, and that there is more work ahead. And then it's up to them. And for us now, it's time to evaluate which guys here have what it takes to be champions.
Anything else?
Okay, guys, thank you all very much for all the coverage this year. You guys have been great.